30,000 livelihoods snuffed out in a heartbeat, 800 red fronted landmarks erased from the map. In the winter of 2008, a century of British heritage didn't just fade away, it was butchered. This wasn't some cold corporate collapse. This was the death of Woolworths, our Woollies, the red beating heart of every high street in this country. And then, without warning, the pulse simply stopped. Now, in 2026, we live in a world of sterile algorithms and silent convenience. We have everything at our fingertips, yet we hold nothing in our hands. Ask anyone who remembers. They trade 1,000 Prime deliveries for just one more noisy Saturday morning inside those doors. So let's tune out the digital static. I want to take you back to a time when the world was heavy, physical, and real. Welcome to 1976, back to when the floorboards groaned under your feet and the air tasted like pure, unadulterated sugar. Step inside and just take a breath. Can you feel it? The air changes the moment you cross that threshold. It wasn't the sterile, air-conditioned chill of a modern mall. No, this was a thick, warm soup of smells. To your left, the nutty, roasted aroma of the nut counter, an iconic Woollies staple. To your right, the sharp, sweet scent of new plastic from the toy aisles. It was a beautiful, cluttered mess that shouldn't have worked, but it felt like home. Your eyes don't know where to land first, but your feet know exactly where they're taking you. And here we are, the Holy Grail, the pick and mix aisle. Look at those Perspex bins, a literal rainbow of sugar under the humming fluorescent lights. This wasn't just buying candy, it was your first lesson in high-stakes decision-making. You'd stand there with that red and white striped bag, calculating. If I take 3 more gummy eggs, can I still afford that chocolate football? You'd watch the scoop dive into the bin, hearing that rhythmic clink-clink of hard-boiled sweets. It was a silent pact between you and the scale. You prayed it wouldn't tip past your last 10-pence piece. In this aisle, for 5 minutes, you were the master of your own destiny. Moving deeper into the maze, you'd pass the ladybird counter. Every British kid in the 70s was practically raised in these clothes. Bright stripes, tough corduroy, and that little ladybird logo that meant it could survive 100 football matches in the park. But then, the vibe shifts. You follow the sound of the latest chart topper to the back of the store, the record department. No streaming here. Just rows of glossy 12-inch sleeves. You'd spend ages just flipping through them, staring at the cover art, dreaming of being as cool as the artists on the vinyl. It was the only place in town where you could touch the music before you bought it. That was the genius of Woolies. Where else could you find a garden spade, a school blazer, a box of light bulbs, and a bag of fudge all under one roof? It wasn't just a shop. It was the town's social glue. You'd bump into your teacher, your neighbor, and your best friend all in the same aisle. We didn't just come here to spend money. We came here to feel connected to the world outside our front door. And for a moment, in the middle of that Saturday rush, everything felt exactly as it should be. But nostalgia is a fragile thing. As the 80s bled into the 90s, the world outside those glass doors began to move faster than Woolies could keep up. The warm, golden glow of the 70s was replaced by the harsh neon of a new era. The everything store started to feel like a nothing store. While we were busy growing up, Woolworths was busy getting stuck in the past. This was the fatal flaw. Woolies tried to be everything to everyone, but suddenly you could buy your light bulbs cheaper at the massive out-of-town B and Q. You could buy your clothes at Primark and your records at HMV. Woolies was a jack of all trades, but in a world of specialists, they were becoming a master of none. They lost their why. If you can buy it anywhere else, why go to Woolies? Then came the final blow, the internet. While Woolies was still relying on physical floors and paper price tags, a giant called Amazon was waking up. The convenience we take for granted here in 2026 was just a baby then, but it was a baby with a very long reach. Why walk to the high street in the rain when the world could be delivered to your letterbox? By the time the global financial crisis hit in 2008, the pulse was already weak. The red heart was struggling to beat. On a cold November day, the announcement came. Administration, the end. A century of memories was liquidated in a matter of weeks. The wonder of Woolies was officially being sold for spare parts. Walk down any high street in Britain today, and you'll still see the scars. You might see a Poundland or a H&M where Woolies used to stand, but if you look closely at the floor tiles or the shape of the ceiling, the ghost of the red storefront is still there. It's a gap in our landscape that never quite filled up. We replaced the products, but we could never replace the soul. In this world of 2026, we have the efficiency we once dreamed of. We have algorithms that know what we want before we do. But an algorithm can't recreate the sticky feeling of a 10-pence bag of sweets. It can't mimic the sound of a creaking floorboard or the chance encounter with an old friend. We traded the magic of the mess for the perfection of the screen. And sometimes, looking at our phones, we realize it wasn't the candy we loved. It was the feeling of being somewhere together. Woolworths taught us a hard lesson. Nothing is permanent. Even the giants can fall if they forget to look forward. But it also proves something beautiful, that a simple shop can become a part of a nation's DNA. It wasn't just about retail, it was about a shared childhood, a Saturday ritual, and a red heart that beat for 100 years before it finally earned its rest. Thank you for walking down memory lane with me today. Woolies might be gone, but the memories we made inside those red doors are ours to keep. What was your favorite pick and mix sweet? Or that one toy you begged your parents for? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Beyond Horizons as we continue to explore the ghosts of our past. Until next time, keep the red heart beating.